Why is staging so important in getting the most for your house and selling it quickly? Hi everyone, this is Fred Delgado with the Fred Delgado Real Estate Group, and we have a fantastic guest today, Miss Terri Welch, who happens also to be one of our buyer specialists and is also our staging specialist for the Fred Delgado Real Estate Group. Hi Terri, how are you today?
Hi Fred, I'm well, thanks.
Wonderful, wonderful. So we are here today to talk about staging and
Yes.
why is that so important for our audience to be able to do that to their home to increase the value or how fast their home sells. So I know you have tremendous experience on that, and we've seen your work, which is fantastic.
Thank you.
So we want to make sure that we share that skill and knowledge with our audience.
Okay.
So anyway, tell us, what are the things that are so important when it comes to staging a house?
Well, I don't know if you know, but 77% of buyers can visualize a space as their own if they see it staged, which is good because sometimes when you have too many personal items in a place, they look at it as the seller's home instead of their own home.
That is true.
So decluttering and clearing out spaces is vital. Step number one just should be in anybody's pocket to do that first. However, kitchens and bathrooms and living rooms sell homes. So we want to focus on those areas mainly and get them light and bright. If it's a dark room, you want to brighten it with lighting. You want to open all the blinds. You want to make sure you have spaces clean so they're not moving around and stepping around things when they're going through the home.
That makes sense. So if we were to go in sequence as to what is the most important thing to start with when it starts to staging a home, what would you say the number one item is?
Number one, other than decluttering, I would bring in a stager to tell you what to do, but
what matters, and who you work with matters.
Yes.
That is important.
But I would just make sure the floor is clean. Go in the kitchen and take away all the things on the counter that you're not going to use right then and there.
Okay.
So you want to show those counters clear, how much space you have, how much counter space you have. Somebody's a baker, they're going to need space for their cookie trays and their bowls and their ingredients, and so you want to have space that they're going to go, oh yeah, I could totally bake cookies here.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Really focusing on kitchens is wise, I think.
Perfect. You talked about decluttering.
Yes.
Tell me more. What does that look like?
So it's not just depersonalizing, which we say do that too. So we love your children and your dogs and your cats, but take all the pictures down, even on the front of the fridge. You really want to get rid of all that little stuff that may be hanging on the fridge. Just for now, I mean, you're going to be moving anyway, so go ahead and take it all down, pack it away, get it out of the way, and make it look just clean and fresh and ready to go. So if you have a stack of bottled water in the corner, you want to just put that in the garage, or that kind of stuff, and really keep it clean and just keep the bare minimums out.
And that makes sense. I've heard that counter space and square footage space, which is floor space, is important. So that's important. Very good.
Yes.
So you talked about also going neutral.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So our daughter had a beautiful teal blue wall at one time, but to sell the home, I would recommend painting that just a nice neutral white. Okay. Not a bright starky white, but like a Swiss coffee or something, just a very soft, light, soft off-white. Just neutralize it, because somebody else may want to do their home all gray and white, and then they go, oh, I'm going to have to paint that room. Whereas if you've taken care of that for them, they're going to see value in that, and less work for them to do when they move in.
That makes sense.
Something, and any really bright accessories that are personal to you, I would probably neutralize those as well.
Okay, so what I'm understanding is that you go neutral on the walls. Do you want contrast between furniture, personal property, or what would that look like?
I would say, what's great is is textures.
Okay.
So succulents are great here because
Okay.
they add a little bit of color without being too bright, and they're native to where we live.
Okay.
So in Arizona, succulents are great. A nice bowl of fruit on the table. It's a fresh color. It's a natural color.
Mhm.
Pops of color in pillows.
Okay.
That kind of thing can be
I got
good.
that. I
But
got that.
yeah.
So many of us love pets.
Yes.
So what would you say when it comes to pets?
Well, uh, you know, uh, I would say try to remove as much of their items as
Okay.
possible as well, and make
Perfect.
sure that if you need a Febreze or if you need a carpet clean or you need your your living room furniture cleaned, that you do that, because oftentimes odors will put somebody off right away, and people have all different levels of
Right.
sensory
Right.
awareness. So I would say, especially cats, which I love my kitty cat, but I don't want my
Mhm.
house to smell like my kitty cat.
Right.
So
And
we
that
want
makes
to,
sense.
yes. And somebody else may not have a cat, and you don't want them to walk in and go, oh, I'm allergic, and know right away, and then they just turn around and walk away. You want them to come in and feel welcome.
And
So,
that does happen. So we want to make
yes.
sure that we avoid that initial reaction from the potential
Yes.
buyers as they walk in to not smell like a pet.
Exactly,
So,
exactly.
perfect.
So.
So what about lighting?
Lighting is huge. So many times people say, oh, my room is so dark. And my first question will be, well, how many light sources do you have?
Right.
There's different levels of lighting. There's task lighting, there's accent lighting, there's ambient lighting. So bringing in more lighting, even in the same room, and even if the two lamps don't have to match, or a floor lamp and a table lamp, or a little night light or something in the kitchen, it makes a huge difference.
That is so important.
Yeah, and opening the blinds, of course, as long as you're not looking out to something that you don't really want to show off. So yeah,
that makes total sense.
Yeah.
So this has been some valuable and tremendous information for
Great.
myself and for our guests. So know that Terri is part of the Fred Delgado Real Estate Group, and if you are looking to list your home, that is a service that we provide as well for you, our clients, when you allow us to list your home. If you have more questions, feel free to reach out to us, and Terri will also be happy to answer them as well. Always know that you can go to our website at freddelgado.com, or you can subscribe to our YouTube page to make sure that you get informed on all of the updates that we provide to you. Again, thank you, Terri,
You're
for coming with
welcome.
us. I'm sure
You're
that
welcome.
everybody will find this information valuable,
I hope
and
so.
we look forward to seeing you in the next episode.
All right.
Loyalty, passion, results.